Good morning. Welcome to our weekly virtual story time at Bartlesville Public Library. I am Miss Laura, and I want to say I hope everyone had a great winter holiday, great school vacation, and Happy New Year to you. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I'm doing pretty well today. I'm going to start with one of my favorite wintertime books that we have. This is by Barbara Suling and Greg Newbold. Now we know lots of animals go to sleep during the wintertime. They hibernate. That's what that's called. And this is called Winter Lullaby. Let's see where all the different animals go to hibernate for the winter. When the breeze blows the petals off the flowers, where do the bees go? Inside their hives until spring arrives. When the ground turns too cold to sleep on at night, where do snakes go? Into a den until it's warm again. When the white frost creeps across the country meadow, where do the mice go? Any ideas? The mice go up to the loft in something soft. When wind whistles through the evergreen forest, where do the bats go? To caverns deep for a long sleep. That word cavern is another word for cave. When the snow falls over the freshwater pond, where do the ducks go? They go across the sky. Southward they fly. They go to a warmer part of the world and then come back when spring arrives. When ice covers the mountain lake like a crust, where do the fish go? They swim below where warm streams flow, right underneath the ice. When the cold bites their fingertips and noses, where do people go? Out of the storm where it is warm. And that's the end of Winter Lullaby. I'm going to put this book on our winter books display. If you come to the children's department of the library, you'll see a whole wall full of books about wintertime and fun stories that happen in the wintertime. Let's sing a song. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Can't really see my feet. I can't see yours either. Instead of stomping our feet, let's do something different. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, pat your head. If you're happy and you know it, touch your chin. If you're happy and you know it, touch your chin. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, touch your chin. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Let's sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because I have a book I'm going to read after this one called Twinkle Twinkle Little Kid. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Like I said, this is a brand new book we just got by Drew Daywalt and Molly Idle. Twinkle, twinkle, little kid. What can this be about? One night, Clyde noticed one little star all alone in the big black blanket of night above. He stared at the star for a long time, and then he said, "Starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. I wish for a..." And then, at that very moment, Clyde closed his eyes and wished as hard as he could. His wish was a secret. He opened his eyes and looked around, hoping his wish had come true, but it hadn't. With a sigh, he stood up and walked home. Later that night, as Clyde lay asleep in his bed, having forgotten the lonely little star in the sky and the wish he had made, the strangest thing happened. That same little star climbed into his bedroom window. Wow. And then, very quietly, the star said, "Kid light, kid bright, the first kid I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. I wish for a..." And then at that very moment, the star closed her eyes and wished as hard as she could. Her wish was a secret. "Ah!" Someone screamed. She was startled by the terrible sound. It was Clyde, who had awoken and was terrified to see the star in his room. "Geez, you have to scream like that?" asked the star. "You completely freaked me out." "I freaked you out? You're the one climbing in my window. If anyone has a right to be freaked out, it's me." Said Star. "Good point. I hadn't thought about it that way. And speaking of which," said Clyde, "who are you? And why are you here freaking me out? It's the middle of the night." "Oh, come on. You don't know me, Clyde. I'm the star you wished on tonight. And last night, and every other night for the past 2 weeks," she added. "You're a very needy person." "Don't judge me. I'm not the weirdo climbing in people's windows. What are you doing in my room anyway?" "Making a wish on you." "What? You can't wish on me," said Clyde. "Stars don't make wishes on kids. Kids make wishes on stars." "Well, I just did," said Star, as she stood there defiantly. "But I don't know how to grant wishes," said Clyde. "What did you wish for?" "I can't tell you or it won't come true," said Star. "What? That's crazy. How am I supposed to grant your wish if you won't tell me, you silly star?" asked Clyde. I don't know, Star shrugged. You're supposed to just know. Clyde looked at the star for a very long time, trying to think what a star might wish for, but not succeeding at all. And then Clyde got an idea. He ran over and grabbed up his brand new, unused game of checkers. Here, said Clyde. Is it checkers? Did you wish for a game of checkers? No, said Star. I didn't wish for checkers. Wait a minute. Isn't that something you wished for from me? Yeah, said Clyde, but it takes 2 players and I don't have anyone to play with. That's a bummer, said Star. I love checkers, but it's not what I wished for. Clyde got another idea. Come with me, he said, and he led Star out to his backyard. How about a 2-person tent? I wished for it once. Did you wish for that? No, said Star. I did not wish for a tent. Camping is great, though. I like camping. Me too, said Clyde, but I'm too scared to stay out in the tent alone. I'd love to camp with you, said Star, but I didn't wish for a tent. Clyde raced over to the other end of the yard and grabbed up his frisbee. Is it a frisbee? He asked. No, said Star. Don't get me wrong, I love frisbees, said Star, but that's not what I wished for. Yeah, without someone to throw them back, they're kind of exhausting, said Clyde. True, said Star. Clyde took Star to the garage. What about walkie-talkies? No, I didn't wish for walkie-talkies, said Star. Clyde sighed so big, it sounded like an elephant deflating. And you really need a friend to make walkie-talkies work anyway, said Star, and I don't have any friends. Well, geez, said Clyde, I have no idea what you wished for then. Wait a second, said Clyde. You love all this stuff I showed you, but you don't have anyone to share it with. Did you wish for a friend? At that, Star suddenly twinkled a little brighter and smiled a big, bright star smile at Clyde. And Clyde suddenly twinkled a little brighter too and smiled a big, bright kid smile at Star. That's what I wished for too, said Clyde. Both of their wishes were secrets no more. They each had their wish come true, their wish for a friend. And that is how it came to be that Clyde and Star granted each other's wishes, became best friends, and were never lonely again. The end. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So our next book takes place on a farm in Iceland, no less. So let's see, Old MacDonald had a farm. Let's see, it looks like they have some chickens and some sheep. I'm taking a sneak peek at the book. Chickens and sheep. Is that all? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some chickens, E-I-E-I-O. With a cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some sheep, E-I-E-I-O. With a baa-baa here and a baa-baa there, here a baa, there a baa, everywhere a baa-baa. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O-O-O. This is kind of a weird, silly book. It's by Bruce Macmillan and Gunilla, and it's called The Problem with Chickens. I wonder what the problem is. The problem with chickens. In a small village on the far end of Iceland, there were plenty of eggs, even if there were no chickens. The eggs were on the cliffs where the wild birds lived. There were more eggs here than the ladies of the village could ever use for cooking, but it was too difficult for the ladies to get these eggs. Their husbands might have gathered them, but the men were always too busy fishing and farming. So the ladies traveled to the city to buy some chickens. The chickens were happy in the village. Every day they laid many eggs. The ladies were overjoyed to have so many eggs for cooking. Their cakes were delicious. That is when the problem started. The chickens forgot that they were chickens. They started acting like ladies. When the ladies went to pick blueberries, the chickens went too. When the ladies went to a birthday party, the chickens went too. And when the ladies sang to the sheep, the chickens sang too. When the ladies took a rest from their gardening, the chickens rested too. Everything the ladies did, the chickens did too. The ladies couldn't even have tea and cakes by themselves. The chickens were so busy acting like ladies that one day they stopped laying eggs. That's when the ladies said, "We have a problem." So the ladies came up with an idea. It was a very clever idea. They would fool the chickens. The ladies started exercising. Soon the chickens, just like the ladies, were exercising. Day after day, the chickens exercised, just like the ladies. Their wings grew stronger and stronger. Then the ladies lifted the chickens one by one into the air and said, "Remember, you are birds." The chickens flew to places on the cliffs where no other Icelandic birds lived. There they made their nests and laid their eggs. This could have been a problem, but the ladies had planned for this. The chickens weren't the only ones who got strong from all that exercise. Finally, the strong chickens in the far end of Iceland acted like birds, and the strong Icelandic ladies had no problems gathering the eggs. Also, from then on, if the ladies ever needed to go to the city, it was no problem at all. The end. All right, everyone. I had fun with you today. We will still have in-person story time on Wednesday and Thursday, 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday right here at 11. Thanks.